Drunkenly Educated is a show where we answer all your science questions. We are always drunk on this show, so don't take anything we say or do as fact or opinion. We are just graduate students who decided to start a podcast to pay off our student loans. It's just for fun. Now relax, grab a drink with us, and listen responsibly.
Listen to some Irish artists tomorrow, you guys. You need to support people that aren't American.
Did we start the episode?
Oh, fuck. Hi, you guys.
Wait, no, that is not our intro.
Okay.
We're not doing an intro where we play another another song.
Fine.
You got it? Do you got it? Is it a good one?
Yep.
It's better be good. Better be fucking great. I was about to just sing Do You Believe in Life Without Love?
Why?
I don't know. It's the first song that came to my head.
You're terrible at intros.
I am. That's why.
This is why I always do the intro.
Yes, I know.
This feels like an intro.
This is not an intro in both. Is this a cold open, as you call it?
Like in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
In most sitcom
Ready?
shows? Ready?
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now number 5.
I never want to hear you say.
All together now.
I want it that way. Now that you know.
No.
You know, we're not.
God damn it.
We weren't gonna keep going.
No.
Wow.
Good job. This is pretty good. We
feel-
should have harmonized on that last part, but
Yeah. No.
it's okay.
We're not that good of singers. Well, look at all those lines.
That's a lot of lines. Well,
You should sit up so you don't sound like all.
I'm sitting up as much as I possibly can right now, but I'll sit up a little bit more just to like make. Oh my gosh, there's so much alcohol left in this.
I know. We have so much alcohol to drink.
Because I brought over a bottle of fucking gin. What's the difference between gin and fucking gin?
It's what you do to it at night.
Hi, you guys. If you weren't aware, you're listening to Drunkenly Educated right now.
Hi.
This is the podcast where we talk about science, and we are drunk the entire fucking time. So we're having a good time. If you want to have a good time with us, we would highly recommend that you become inebriated right now.
Yeah, it'll make us funnier and prettier and at the same time.
But also, like, we're pretty much the prettiest we can be.
Yeah, I'm a solid 10.
Names. Hopefully you guys know our names by now, but if you don't, I am Kate, the introvert that loves being self-isolated Sabo.
I'm Anthony, the extrovert who's dying being stuck inside. Acuna.
And this is our show.
Drunkenly Educated. We already did, yeah.
Yeah, we already did that. We be here. You be here. How about you take a seat and listen?
Yeah.
Or just like listen. Listen.
Listen.
Listen.
We know you got nothing better to do during these times of self-quarantining
Mm-hmm.
because everyone be inside. San Diego's about to get locked the fuck down.
And we're going to cry about it, but also we're going to go home and visit our loved ones.
Or you mean we're just going to stay home?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Can't leave.
I'm going to leave.
Oh, better get out soon. The San Diego cops are going to get you. Please never make that sound again. Stop coughing. You have the coronavirus.
I don't have the coronavirus. I haven't been exposed. However, you have been exposed.
Yeah, there's a non-zero chance that I can get it. But, I think it's a non-zero chance for everyone. My number is just a little bit higher. So apparently one of my undergrads came in contact with someone who came into contact with someone who has the coronavirus. Because our stupid school let the person who has coronavirus wander around and not lock them up like the contagious infidel that they are.
Infidel? That's a strong term you're using there.
Yeah, they also went to a...
Did they know that they were going to a coronavirus-infected country, though?
I don't think so. But
Yeah.
they came back with the coronavirus and then walked around campus, went to a music festival, and he's just living his life.
That's stunning. So you might have the coronavirus, so I might have the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Good thing that we're going to be practicing good self-quarantining patterns for the next couple of days.
Wait, we're not 6 feet apart. Can you please scoot back?
I can't. My body is physically unable to move right now.
Really?
Due to the amount of gin and or tonic inside of it. I'm sorry, I cannot help it.
You know, with these new mics, we really gotta like. I know. If we get dry mouth, we really have to like.
You guys, these mics are solid boys. It is a headphone set that is connected to my mouth.
Yeah, so she can move her head in any which direction.
And you cannot fucking tell. Maybe you can, but pretend like you can't because it'll make me feel better. Hey, I have science news.
You have science news.
And it's not related to the coronavirus.
Oh my gosh.
Because I figured that you guys wouldn't want that.
No one wants that, especially after our coronavirus episode last time.
You guys, I would like to admit something. I've been getting really bad anxiety about the coronavirus, and I know that I'm not going to get sick from it because I'm a young, healthy woman. However,
Not
it
any
just
of those.
young?
No.
Healthy.
No.
Okay, you're right. I have a really shitty immune system. Woman?
Mm.
Gal.
Thumb?
Oh, okay. I am a old, sickly thumb. And I don't want to hear anything else about the coronavirus. My news has to do with space. And if you guys know anything about space,
It's awesome.
and everything about space starts with space, and everything about space ends with space. You picking up what I'm putting down here?
I'm not.
Okay.
You're on a different wavelength right now, Catherine.
I'm on the above wavelength. Apparently, using this new software, space researchers have found more than 300 trans-Neptunian objects, which means like planets in the far reaches of our solar system. So this would be a thing like Pluto, right?
Oh, okay. So, past Neptune.
Yeah. So we've got like 300 things that are like, I don't know, Pluto size that are just floating around in our solar system. And I don't know if you guys remember, but in elementary school, I had a really deep emotional connection to Pluto. And I was devastated when it wasn't classified as a planet anymore.
Get over it. It's a rock. But also, like, if any of these things are bigger than Pluto, we're going to have to, like, really change our solar system. I don't even know our current 8 in the correct order.
We've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
We've done this before. You've already
Jupiter,
tried to teach me. I'm not going to.
Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto.
Where was Uranus?
Uranus is after Neptune.
Oh, yeah. Already forgot it.
All right, that's fine.
Every single time you try to teach
We
me
could do this every single episode. I'm sure that other people are forgetting too.
Yeah, and I'm sure our audience would love to hear the same joke every week or bi-week. I don't know when this episode comes out. We're really bad at uploading things on time.
Yeah, we are.
Our last episode, I checked, was 3 weeks ago.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
that's really concerning.
That's kind of on us.
Yeah, we're very forgetful, but we're not busy anymore because it's Corona time.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop.
Elbow 5. Anthony and I have been doing this new thing where instead of high-fiving, which we do a lot because, you know.
There's a lot to high five about. We're pretty funny and great all the time.
We're hilarious. We can't touch anymore because coronavirus. But we touch our elbows together.
Yeah, I need new elbows. I'm just going to saw mine off later.
Yeah, I'm going to sanitize mine with bleach. So if my elbows are lighter than the rest of me, you know what's up.
I think it's time for questions.
Yeah, it's question time.
If rhinos are all extinct in the wild, why don't we unleash the zoo and circus rhinos to replace them? They're basically the same animal.
You can't release animals into the wild that have already been accustomed to humans feeding them.
Yeah, if they weren't born in the wild, they're not meant to be in the wild.
Yeah, you just can't do that transition. It'd be like taking your dog who's used to you feeding it every day and throwing it outside and being like, fuck you, just go find your own goddamn food.
I hate that. That makes me really sad.
I know, it makes me
that really
sad.
bums me out.
Yeah. So, you wouldn't do that to your dog. Don't do that to a rhino.
No, rhinos are basically big armored dogs with horns.
They do this thing where they like breed rhinos in captivity, which is pretty cool to keep up like survival rates, I guess. But also, I don't know how like you can't ever set those baby rhinos free because they can't. They like won't be able to survive, you know?
I mean, like if a zoo is holding a rhino which was injured in the wild and they're just taking care of it till it's better, they will eventually release it if they see that it's fit to be in the wild. But more often than not, they're not fit to be in the wild anymore because they were hurt in some way or they became too accustomed to the life that they basically lost their animal. I wouldn't say instinct.
But exactly that. Like they can't fend for themselves.
Are rhinos all extinct? We have
some rhinos, but not many wild ones left.
All right. And not all types of rhinos. We lost a lot of types.
We lost a lot. You guys, the earth is dying and people don't care. People actually legitimately do not care. And it's really evident right now considering like everything that's happening with coronavirus.
Say COVID-19.
COVID-19. Yeah, we're going to make it more scientific so that it feels less memey.
And so we don't start that corona time thing because it's too much.
So everything that's happening with COVID-19, it's obvious that we can make really drastic world changes in a split second, but we don't care when it's the planet that we're destroying. That doesn't make any sense to me. If we can shut down every single university in the country within like
weeks,
48 hours,
it happened very quickly, then we should be able to make big changes like cutting back carbon usage and like people just making more ethical decisions in their day-to-day lives.
I mean, we kind of are cutting back. This, like, I know, coronavirus, COVID-19, big bad flu that's killed 3% of the people who've had it. Yeah, but like also this whole self-quarantine thing that we're doing really cuts down on car emissions.
It does.
People aren't leaving.
People aren't using their goddamn cars. There was, I just saw this this graphic of like energy usage in China in January versus energy usage in China now.
It's drastic.
Insane. It is craziness. Like just like the fact that like it's so much less and you can just do that. You can do that.
This could be the normal.
Like we could just like it would take some transitioning, but it's not impossible, you know? Politicians make it out to be like we could never do this. We could never implement this because the American people wouldn't be able to do this. But we're like doing it now.
Because there's a disease where most people think they'll die, but they probably won't.
They won't die. And I don't know. If we could just like tamper down capitalism for a second, I think that we'd be better off. It just makes me sad because things are dying and we have to ask these questions like, why are rhinos not being released into the wild? And it's because like
where are all the bees going?
Where are all the fucking bees going? Why won't my environmental chemistry professor give me the honey that he so obviously has? Where's the fucking honey?
To give some backstory, we are in an environmental class together and she asked our professor who owns a beehive on campus for honey. He said no. And then during his lecture, he was like, oh, look at all of this honey I just extracted this weekend.
He said, it's too hard for me to just give away to everyone. And he had 18 fucking jars of honey. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. I'm so upset. And then he had the audacity to call me out when I was talking to a different professor over our like Zoom call.
Oh yeah, for people who aren't in school right now, which is the minority of our listeners, all colleges are online right now. So we have to use a platform called Zoom where we basically live stream lectures and stuff like that. We're basically like, it's like Twitch.
It is Twitch, but for school.
Yeah, it's boring Twitch.
It's not boring because we can mute ourselves and talk shit about our professor while he's literally watching us talking, but he can't understand what he's saying.
I really hope he never listens to this.
I'm really super upset that you didn't give me honey. Like, I feel like I asked nicely. And you didn't even know that I was a grad student. Like, you somehow just thought that I was an undergrad. So, like, maybe just, like, go get stung by a bee or something.
No. He did though.
Okay, I know that you did. And also, I just recently learned that you were allergic to bees. So
Wow,
I'm very
given a
concerned.
lot of information on. Oh, I saw a bee today, just on the floor, and I'm like, bee, are you okay? Do you need water? Need something? But I'm like, you're probably Dr. Bee. Take extra good care of him.
Oh, that's cute. I have a question for you.
I have an answer?
Why aren't there any breeds of human?
There are? No, are there?
Explain.
Are races breeds?
I don't know how I feel about that. That feels really kind of almost racist.
I mean, yeah, there's different breeds of human. There's a white human and a brown human and different other colors, also known as race. I think it's asking like, why aren't we as like specialized as like birds are? Because like you see birds and like, oh, that's a peacock and that's a finch. Very different birds, but they're still birds.
Yeah.
You don't see that with people.
People have the ability to like, yeah, you're right. You don't see a peacock mating with a finch, but like
They're still birds.
brownie people can mate with white people.
Yeah.
And I don't think those are breeds because we can't classify people as like breeds.
And I'm pretty sure if a finch and a peacock mated, it would give an offspring which would be infertile.
I don't know if you can say that.
I mean, it's like a donkey it's like how you made donkeys.
You mean like a mare and a horse gives rise to a donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, some other things.
Donkeys are innately infertile.
Yeah, but you can't just say that just because two different species are mating together means that they're going to be infertile, because that's not true.
What two species do that?
I can't think of things off the top of my head, but I know that like just because you crossbreed two things doesn't make them infertile.
I think that's that's one of the defining things of being like a different breed.
I truly don't think it is. The offspring of an interspecific cross are very often sterile. This hybrid sterility prevents the movement of genes from one species to the other, keeping both species distinct.
So they have to be different species. So if I mix a lion and a tiger to make a liger, ligers are infertile.
Ligers are infertile.
So I guess if you mix two birds, it could still be fertile.
And then you could kill two birds with one stone.
A finch and a peacock to make a finch cock. And then we kill it.
This is horrifying. No more.
No more? We didn't answer the question.
We did. I don't feel like humans have different breeds. Like, we don't have that much genetic diversity.
This is a cocker human, and this is this is a Labrador human.
This is horrifying, and we're done here.
I don't know why I chose cocker spaniel to turn into human.
Read the next question, you idiot.
I just thought of human doodle. Okay, if a spaceship was traveling the speed of light, what would the view be to a passenger looking out the window?
Blur.
Blur.
It would be a... That was a goddamn noise.
Yeah,
What?
so they
What
would have
just happened?
they would have an alien from Gorgon 6 just out the window. I'm sorry, I just made up an alien species name.
I don't know what that means. If a spaceship was traveling the speed of light, what would the view be to a passenger looking out the window?
Yeah, that was the fucking question. I just asked it.
What's the window? Where is the window? Is the window on the spaceship?
Yes. Spaceships have windows.
It would be like those little line dashes.
Yeah, because since you're moving the speed of light, light wouldn't be able to catch up to you. Would you see a blur of what light you were already seeing? Or would you see nothing?
I feel like you would see the lights of the planets blurring by.
That's
These
the
are
sound.
bad
Guys,
noises.
this is the sound of light.
That's atrocious. I can't believe you just did that to me.
You did it to me.
But I
Listen,
only remember the one that you did.
You've put so many weird sounds into this podcast.
And they love it.
Do
They
you
love
think?
my mouth noises. No, they only like it when I do it.
Oh, okay.
It's better. They like my mouth better than your mouth. That's what she said. Elbow. Thank you.
I think since we started doing the elbow thing, we've been doing it more.
I think so. We've established it as a thing, and now we're elbowing.
Okay. Even if we would, even when this coronavirus thing is done,
Yeah.
still elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Because that's our thing.
And it's like there's still other diseases
And
out
there's
there.
still germs. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want the fucking flu from you.
Yeah, she works in a biochem lab.
And you work in an organic chemistry lab, so you're going to give me absolute cancer.
And you're going to give me every disease possible.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about that.
I don't feel bad about the cancer. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wait.
We're done. If a spaceship was traveling at the speed of light, would the view to be special? No.
It would be like Star Wars.
Lots of Star Wars. Like, you know when you like zoom out and then you zoom back in and it's like...
When you go to light speed, if you go to Disneyland and go onto the Millennium Falcon ride and pull the lever for light speed, it's
The
that.
what?
The lever.
The what?
Lever.
The what?
The lever.
You mean the lever?
No, the lever.
And this is... I quit, you guys. This is the last time you will hear my
No.
voice on this podcast.
Why? Wait, hold. Why?
And
Why is
I
that?
just want you to know that I love you no matter what happens in the future, and...
Why is that the breaking point?
Lever!
Lever.
Thank you.
Lever.
Oh. Lever or lever. This takes us to our environmental science class. We've learned a lot of things about plants, and so I feel like Anthony will be uniquely equipped
Oh,
to
shit.
answer this question.
This is a lot of pressure.
What are unfavorable conditions for plants' growth?
Well, I feel like there's more unfavorable things for plants' growth than favorable.
Give me some examples.
Fire,
Okay, obviously.
rocky sediment.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of soils.
What do plants need to grow?
They need nutrients,
What else?
sunlight,
Mhm.
and water.
Okay.
Well, the water sport carries nutrients. They don't necessarily need water.
They do need water.
They do need water?
Mhm.
Oh. I mean, there could be alterations in the pH of the soil. They could be getting the wrong type of sunlight.
Yeah.
Humidity is a big issue with plants, too. I know when I was growing weed for a little bit, humidity was a big issue.
When you were growing weed for a little bit.
Also,
You're just brushing over this. That's fine. I don't really care. Congrats.
thanks.
I do care about your life, but also your life is your own. So if you want to talk about growing weed, you do that. But also, you know who doesn't grow weed? You know who's never done weed in her entire goddamn life?
Doctor.
What? No, me. Why would we be talking about mom right now?
I don't know. You talk about mom a lot.
It's because I love her and I feel like she's stressed right now.
I know. Give her a hug next time you see her.
I don't really like physical contact.
I know, but you're going to have to take one for the team for mom.
I don't think I do.
Also, all of you, go hug your mom.
Yeah, hug your mom. I'm going to hug my mom pretty soon.
I miss my mom.
Okay, I think some unfavorable conditions for plants' growth are conditions in which they do not have carbon dioxide, they aren't getting watered, but also they aren't getting the nutrients they need. And
None of that NPK,
some of that... What?
the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium.
Oh, sorry. I somehow thought that you said NPR. And
The
I was
National
like,
Public
National
Radio?
Public Radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should try to get in on that network. Would we,
NPR?
would we be good on NPR? NPR doesn't have really comedy podcasts.
I think that we could be really beneficial to NPR's brand. NPR. We'd
What
be
a-
cool.
Yeah.
And we're finally getting our shit together. So, like,
Is there a way to remove a drug that has been IM injected into the buttock?
I don't know what IM means. Intramuscular?
Yes.
Okay. No! What? How do you squeeze that out? But also, you can, like, suck out a snake?
You're not supposed to do that.
Okay, so, no. The answer is just, like, goddamn no. Don't, like, try to, like... Oh, I regret that already.
You're saying people shouldn't suck the butt?
Don't suck someone else's butt unless, like, they're into that, okay?
I'm just trying to think of like the circumstance that you would need. Stop.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Stop
worse.
it.
It's worse because you have to hear me in your own ears.
Yeah, I regret.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
sorry,
I get.
guys.
I'm just trying to think of a circumstance where you would have to suck drugs out of someone's butt.
Maybe they just really didn't want that vaccine. You guys, don't, like, vacuum squeezing? You can't squeeze a vaccine out of someone's ass.
It's like a little pimple. Just go
Like,
whoop.
how would you just, like, stick a vacuum cleaner on someone's ass and be like, suck all this medicine up? No. If that vaccine is in you, just, like, leave it in. Because, like, get your fucking kids vaccinated. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway.
But what if it's like a steroid or like another drug?
You made the decision, and now you must lie with it.
Yeah, generally anything you inject in yourself is going to stay in there. You can't really remove drugs from you. Whatever you put in your butt's just going to stay,
If you stick something up your ass, it's going to be there.
forever.
I have a lot to think about.
About all the things you stuck up your butt.
I haven't stuck much up my butt. Except for a stick. 'Cause I have a stick up my ass.
Okay.
What? Anyway.
I thought you just got real personal right there.
What? We have one more question.
But you won't get it just yet.
Because we have to tell you things.
Yeah, it's the same things we end every episode with.
And they are this.
It's our shameless plugs when we plug ourselves.
It's our ending episode.
On our own show. We have to plug ourselves on our own show.
Because we be plugging like this ass.
Yeah, like the things up Kate's ass.
Oh my god. All right. So if you enjoyed this show, which you probably did because we're fucking hilarious.
Hell yeah, we are. Elbow.
Then give us a follow on Twitter or Instagram at Drunkenly Edu. We also have a website at this point, which is...
Do we have a website?
You made it the other week!
I don't think we have a website.
Okay, maybe we don't have a website. But give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram. And if you have any science questions that you would like answered, then you can send them to us on those platforms. Just DM us. And we'll respond because I am on quarantine and Anthony is on quarantine. And so we have nothing better to do with our lives.
Yeah. It's weird that we're quarantined together and we're just forced to do episodes.
It's gay as fuck, but here we be.
It'd be like that.
It do be like that sometimes.
Thank you again for listening. If you like the show, just tell a friend. Right now you're all quarantined. You have nothing better to do. And I know your friends have nothing better to do. So why don't you just let them know and let them just fill their life with laughter and love by having them listen to this podcast.
And their lives will be filled with laughter and love because we are filled with laughter. Love.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. It just really felt right.
I was just going to say we're going to make them laugh and that we love them.
Oh, we do. We want to make you laugh, and we also do love you, like, a lot.
We all know you're quarantined right now, and you all want to leave outside. Please don't. It's really beneficial to fight against. It's very, very beneficial for everyone to just stay self-quarantined during this time of the coronavirus. And, yeah, I don't know. I just keep people inside, keep people safe. I know we're young college kids, and we probably aren't at risk as much from the disease as other people, but it's those other people that we need to keep safe and healthy and alive.
You are not the only person that exists on this earth. So even if you feel like you can go out and be safe, you should be staying in, just in case you could save the life of someone who is not you.
Yeah. You're both responsible for yourself and literally every other person on this planet.
This is true.
So, yeah, be safe out there, guys.
Be really super safe.
And healthy.
I have one last question for you guys, and this is the final one. It is a really good one, so you'll love
just
thinking
ask
about
it.
this.
Just do
Shut up.
it. Okay.
If the universe was expanding, and why does my life feel empty? It's been real, you guys. Have a great quarantine.
I feel that.
Have a good night.
Good night.